But first, a heartbroken mother now opening up about her son, a local Navy SEAL accused of having and making child porn.
Well, the Navy confirming Greg Searden is a member of SEAL Team 1. 10 News reporter Michael Chen is at MCC Prison downtown. And Michael, Greg's mother could barely speak to you.
Yeah, frankly, a lot of silence during our conversation. According to this filing, her son dropped off a woman in January who then immediately accused him of rape, and that investigation has now led him here to a federal prison.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Disbelief outside this Claremont house, believed to be the home of Navy SEAL Greg Searden.
Wow. Well, I don't know what to say, you know.
Speechless after a stunning list of charges now facing an active duty member of San Diego-based SEAL Team 1.
You would think they would be outstanding citizens and stuff and not being into this.
This court filing detailing what this is. Searden on temporary assignment in Virginia Beach, accused of raping a woman after a night of drinking. When NCIS agents searched his phone, they reportedly found nearly 80 images of child porn, including bondage and implied bestiality. And according to the affidavit, videos that appeared to be created by the user. One video shows a man committing sex acts with a girl 5 or 6 years old. Another shows him touching himself next to the girl who is sleeping. Back in Claremont.
The schools around here and there's kids around here that play, so yeah, it's scary to know that this person was like that.
The mother of the Navy SEAL, Jennifer Searden, talked to me on the phone from Missouri. She wouldn't comment on the charges, but says she is devastated and shocked, her voice at times breaking. She also told me her son has been on several deployments, which have changed him. She declined to talk about what exactly that meant. Searden tonight behind bars in San Diego, but the U.S. Marshals trying to extradite Searden back to Virginia to face a host of federal charges. The Navy not saying much, but they tell us they are cooperating with that investigation. Live downtown, Michael Chen, 10 News.
Michael, thank you. Emotions are running high today as Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Secretary of Homeland Security John Kelly visited San Diego. Demonstrators met them in San Ysidro as they observed border operations. But not all were protesting. Some were supporting the president's campaign promise to build a wall and crack down on undocumented immigrants.
Each person who is pictured here was killed by an illegal alien.
A group called Speak Up, Not Shut Up rallied earlier today. Its members are furious. They say high-ranking government officials refuse to meet with them.
A crime alert. Police trying to figure out if a trio of liquor store holdups are connected. The first happened about 8:30 last night at East Ridge Liquor. That's on University Avenue in La Mesa. About 30 minutes later, a gunman demanded money at the Apollo Liquor. That's at Rio Drive in Paradise Hills. He and an accomplice took off when the clerk had trouble opening the register. About a half hour after that, somebody tried robbing a liquor store on Hamishaw Road in Spring Valley. In all, there were 3 holdups. The would-be robber didn't actually get away with anything. And Crime Stoppers now offering $1,000 for help catching this armed man who pistol whipped a 7-Eleven clerk. He walked into the Spring Valley store on Wednesday morning. He demanded cash, hit the clerk 3 times, and then fired at the ceiling on his way out. And shooters are using cars here as target practice in the South Bay. A neighbor says that he saw people taking out windows in Otay Mesa with a BB gun. It happened overnight on Riviera Shores Drive. Police are leaving notes now on these cars asking the victims to call and file a report.
Well, the man who stole a cash box from Girl Scouts outside of Avon's in Claremont is avoiding jail time. Eric Mullen was sentenced to a year in custody today, but he can spend that time at a drug rehab facility. Mullen went on a multi-day crime spree last month, stealing the cash box and a woman's purse at the restaurant. He then used the money to buy heroin on Craigslist. His accomplice, Brandy Wright, will spend 180 days in rehab.
All right, Steve, Brian Shalonsky here in the 10 News Live Center, continuing to keep our eye on this breaking news that we first brought you on 10 News at 5 o'clock. This is a photo we just got in from 2 fires burning right now at Camp Pendleton. I also have some video of this. It's kind of tough to see. You'll be mostly looking at smoke here. This can be seen from the I-5 freeway. There are 2 fires burning, about 1/4 of an acre in size. They're on ranges right in the middle of the base the Camp Pendleton Fire Department monitoring the situation, but they do tell 10 News that none of the people on the base or their structures are in any danger. Back to you, Steve.
Brian, thank you. Happening tonight. Yeah, the Padres are trying to make up for that blunder at the ballpark that made national headlines. A woman's recording drowning out the San Diego Gay Men's Chorus performing the national anthem.
And in 1 hour, the chorus gets a shot at redemption. 10 News reporter Bree Steffen is live at Petco Park. And Bree, tonight's performance is really part of a bigger celebration.
That's right, guys, and it is a perfect day for a ball game. Just take a look at how beautiful Petco Park looks tonight. And in just about an hour, the chorus takes the diamond to sing the national anthem, and then they will be kicking off out at the park, and they're hoping it goes better than last year's celebration. The team faced backlash from across the country when a recording of the national anthem drowned out the San Diego Gay Men's Chorus. The chorus used words like mortifying and humiliating to describe the experience. The Padres were accused of being homophobic and sparked an MLB investigation. The blunder cost the ballpark's DJ his job, although he was eventually rehired, and the chorus was ultimately satisfied with how the team handled the mistake.
All professional sports should use as an example of how Major League sports teams should engage with the LGBT community, and we're looking forward to working with the Padres.
And the Gay Men's Chorus won't be the only performers tonight. Joining them for the national anthem will be the San Diego Women's Chorus, San Diego Pride, and Padres staff. First pitch about an hour away. There are still tickets available, plus the first 1,500 people will get a special rainbow-colored Padres hat representing the LGBTQ community. Reporting live here at Petco Park, Bree Steffen, 10 News.
I'm 10 News reporter Jessica Chen in Mira Mesa, where neighbors are worried this intersection is a death trap for drivers. They are hoping the city will put in a four-way stop sign at Montongo Street and Westmore Drive. Last year, the city denied their request, saying no accidents were reported from 2012 to 2015. This woman says cars are often speeding by and they are just 2 streets away from elementary school.
Instead of being active after the fact of an accident, we want to be proactive.
The Mira Mesa Community Planning Group says they'll look into it, and if they deem it necessary, the city says they'll reconsider installing the stop signs. Jessica Chen, 10 News.
New at 6 o'clock, students hoping to attend a fully accredited Southern California law school will have to make new plans. Whittier College's law school is shutting down once its current students graduate. Part of the reason it's closing is poor student performance. The state bar passage rate is at a 30-year low in California, and law school applications have dropped by 50% over the past decade.
We've got new information on San Diego's job market. It's revealing more people are finding work this year. That's good news. The countywide unemployment rate last month was 4.2%. That is the second lowest for San Diego since the recession. It is also down from 4.9% at this same time last year, and it's lower than the statewide unemployment rate of 5.1% that's taking place, and the nationwide rate at 4.6%. It's also the second lowest for San Diego since the recession.
Getting around in the North County will take longer than usual the next few weekends, all because of these boulders. Well, they keep falling onto a stretch of the 78 between Escondido and Ramona, so the crews will be out building a retaining wall in that area. The 78 will be shut down, and if you look right here, it is between Indian Oaks Road to Weekend Villa Road. There will be a detour here at Scripps Poway Parkway up to the 67, catch back onto the 78, but that detour could double your drive time.
All right, Kim, back here in the 10 News Live Center now, and this just in, a rent-a-vet scheme has been busted right here in San Diego. Take a look at this. We got in from the District of California today. Owners of local construction and telecom companies just arraigned in federal court today in San Diego. The charges: they lied about who they were hiring to cash in on $11 million in contracts. That money set aside to benefit disabled veteran-owned businesses. These are the companies: A&D General Contracting and Action Telecom. The defendants are charged with conspiracy, major fraud, and wire fraud. In the 10 News Live Center, I'm Brian Schlonsky.
Brian, thank you. A developing story. We're working to find out why a pilot from the USS Carl Vinson had to eject from his fighter jet. Now, the flight was part of a routine operation near the Philippines. The pilot ejected on his final approach to the carrier. A helicopter crew had to pick him up in the water, and that pilot, we're told, is doing fine, but the Navy is investigating the incident.
New developments. A local high school student will have some extra money to pay for college, $10,000 to be exact.
And it's all thanks to a creative video project.
I decided to open my entry on like a horror film where, you know, college tuition is actually this kind of murderer or this creepy alien or whatever you can imagine.
Well, we first told you about Gabriel Guarano when he was announced as a finalist back in February. He entered a contest where students explained how they plan to pay for college.
The Canyon Crest Academy seniors film beat out hundreds of others to take second place, and that earned him the $10,000 scholarship.
Smart
Good for
kid.
him.
Good future for him, too. Future filmmaker. All right, last year we told you about the 30 dogs that arrived in San Diego after being rescued from a Korean meat farm. Most of them found forever homes right away. Well, new at 6, the other ones are now ready to be adopted too.
Good boy. You're so good. Yes, you are.
Well, that's Mintsu. The San Diego Humane Society helped shut down the meat farm she and dozens of other dogs were trapped in. 7 of them are now available to take home. If you're interested in adopting one of those dogs, call the Humane Society at the number on your screen, 619-299-7012.
They all deserve a good home.